What's going on, guys? One sec. I do have my son, so keep that like in mind. So if he does come, you hear him screaming or anything, he's watching TV right now. So do keep that in mind. But pretty much is gonna go over a few charts, stuff like that. If you have any questions, any charts you want me to go over, post in the chat. If I can't get to it, obviously, the chat was going a little bit crazy last night. But I mean, overall, I don't see us having any issues tonight. But yeah. Okay, first thing I want to look at, obviously, I have a few questions on AMC in the chat from Discord. Looking at AMC, I mean, same thing as yesterday. We went over it. I don't really know too much more we could go over here. I kind of wanted to look at some hot stuff going on. I wanted to take a look at the Vix as well. The Vix is not looking, how do I say hot? Maybe, yeah, I think hot is the word. Turn my mic. Should be fine. Set mine. Probably be able to hear my keyboard. But yeah, so the VIX isn't looking hot. And if you don't know what the VIX is, so basically the VIX is a volatility index of the SPX and SPY. So typically when we'll pull it up. So VIX currently sitting at the $20 marker, and if you look at, we can look at these, let's look at 6 months. When it gets to this range, this $20 range down here, typically we get a market drop. Everyone on Wall Street is talking about Tuesday. I was wondering what is going on. It's when the short interest gets re-announced. So if you go look at, oh my gosh, AMC. I forgot what website I had. I have it on my iPad. My son has my iPad, so I won't be able to look at it. Fintel will tell you. I think Fintel will. Maybe this will too. Short interest. Okay, so short interest. So the last time it was recorded, as you can see right here, January 15th. But it's not going to show you the actual short interest here. One sec. Fintel does show you. Fintel's pretty solid. No, it doesn't need to pay for the short interest here as well. What did I use on my iPad on the video? Totally like going blank. One sec. High short. I know this is a good website as well to find good ratios. And so the last time these were all released, Gamestop was 121. AMC, I think this is a little bit wrong. I do think this is a little bit wrong because we're 60%. I could be wrong. No, that was a short volume ratio. So yeah, it was about 78% the last time, 79% give or take. So this is gonna be interesting to see what's changed. I think Fubo TV is still gonna be heavily shorted. I think that is a very heavily shorted stock. This is going to be interesting to see overall once this gets announced, and I think Wall Street Bets will start to target more stocks. So that is like worth noting as well. I'm very curious to what Wall Street Bets does with all this going on. You ever check out CMEX? I did not. I've had my son and been at the gym, so honestly I've been semi just preoccupied. But let's look at it really quick. What is CMEX? CMEX. You told me what they were. I thought, but I kind of didn't pay attention. So. Mexican multinational building materials company headquartered in San Pedro near Monterrey, Mexico. Manufacturers distribute cement ready to mix concrete. Okay, they don't have me excited just about their company. Isn't CX? You told me. They look strong though. They do look strong. Worrisome part is, okay, so looking at just eyeballing and spitballing the chart, what they're doing. This is going to be a pretty nice support. Another good thing to notice as well. Looking at the chart, we are getting a hold above this resistance here, and then above that daily as well. So both of those together look strong, like it wants to hold this range. I'm surprised at holding the support. I would suspect that we got a leg back down. I don't want to trade it though, personally. I don't want to trade it. Thanks for these videos. I ended up with 20 of AMC at 35. My question is, should I hang on to 20 shares or should I buy 20 more if it hits $3 and hold it as a long-term stock? So personally, in my opinion, I do not think AMC is a long-term position, just based on the way I'm viewing the fundamentals behind it. And that's why I kind of don't make too many long-term videos regarding AMC. I've pointed my opinion out there on a lot of these update videos saying that long-term I don't think it's a valuable company because I think there's a shift in the whole United States economy specifically, where especially with how Warner Brothers made that switch and throwing stuff on HBO and stuff now, just AT&T is basically just using all their products And, you know, it's smart on their end. I think what's going to be really interesting to see is how their earnings do. So AT&T's next earnings are going to be really big for these movie theaters, because if their earnings come back pretty positive and show that they're turning a profit pretty nicely, one, it's going to improve their dividends, it's going to improve their overall stock value, and then if they're making better money on the movie side of things with bringing the movies from HBO and through streaming platforms, it just makes more sense to keep it that way. And then with Apple and Netflix and stuff like that, so you already have those competitions as well, so it just makes sense. Amazon Prime as well, but Amazon isn't as big, so yeah. I think we could expect. Okay, let's look at AMC really quick. We got people coming in too. I know most people are coming in to look at AMC, so like we'll talk about it. Sorry, I hate using the drawing now that on my computer compared to using it on my iPad. Oh, it's so ugly. The iPad's like so much cleaner. Okay, so going into Monday, let's talk about Monday first. All right, it's the most important. Wait a sec. Yeah, okay, I was looking at something. Okay, going into Monday, Monday's gonna be a big day, even before short interest. I think we want to see some volume kick in before we even get that short interest news. Best case scenario, we get above the VWAP. That's my best case. What I want to see us do. So let's say the VWAP trends. Let's say the stock stays flat, right? Let's say the stock just trends like this, right? You can hear my son. There he is. One sec. Let me see what he needs. What? I'm turning this light on. I'm on my computer. Your Coke's right here. Truth. Your Coke is right here. I'm right. Huh? No, there's no cookies. He wanted cookies. It's like, what time is it? 11 o'clock? He wanted cookies at 11. I let him stay up pretty late when he doesn't have, because now he started going to school. So like, I remember what it was like. I mean, he is 3 years old, so I mean, I guess that's different. So I do let him stay up later now. Parenting. So okay, so what I see coming in on Monday, right? Let's say we get a trend like this. We just move sideways. Theoretically, and so I would suspect the VWAP slowly trends down like this, right? What you want to see, okay, this is just my opinion, what I want to see. I could care less if we get a big move up right now. I mean, if we got a big move, that'd be great. But you just want to see a push back above the VWAP like this. That's all you want to see from the stock. Just get back above the VWAP. That's all you want to see. Historically, any of these legs, so we're not even saying that we're going to the moon. We're not saying that, yeah, his name is Truth, by the way. So let's say we get above the VWAP. From statistically looking, every time we get above the VWAP at least once, we don't get crushed back down. So we got here, we got a little leg down, then we turn it back up. So high possibility we start to correct up, and I'd want to see at least, at minimum, some sort of ABC correction to the upside. So something maybe like this, towards that $10 range. I think no matter what, we're going to get a test of this range right here, this 860 to 80, no matter what. That's going to be pretty big as well. I mean, I think $10 is going to be the really crucial point, though. That's going to really be the telltale sign of what happens. Yeah. Higher highs looking good, though. What are you talking about? Higher highs on what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? On AM, there's no what higher highs. Are you talking about this right here? What chart are you talking about? The best part about AMC, the focal point that if I had to put emphasis on, it's that we got above this line here. So we stayed above the $6.80. That's what we needed, though, and we got it. So short term, it looks doesn't look bad. I'm gonna make some more videos as well this weekend. I wasn't able to drop the open video. Like I said, I've had my son, so It's hard to spend a lot of time when I have him, especially on the weekends, because he doesn't go to daycare or anything like that. I just keep him through the weekend to do any research and stuff. Or if I have to make an in-depth video, it's very difficult to make when I have him. Heads up though, since you're in the live, you're welcome, guys. I'm definitely making a video on MP. MP is one of my top picks currently right now. You can play it as a swing. You can buy stock long term. I think it's a great play no matter how we play it here. I guarantee I don't get that many views on the video because when I make actual good content videos, I tend to not get the views on them unless I make hype videos. So that's why I've been doing some of these. I think CCIV is a pretty decent play as well if you watch that video today. CCIV, I wouldn't buy it at this range by any means at all. I marked in that last, not this most recent, the one before, I said when we were at this $32 range, we would come down to 27, and that's where I would look to buy. We got great entries if you were able to get in there, and then we've kind of, the rest is history. I think going into next week, there's a lot of hype. If you did not watch the CCI video, I think it's really bullish. The only downside with CCIV is the possibility of no merger. And I think that people have to be prepared for no merger. And people, y'all hate when I talk about the no merger thing. But it's a possibility. So when you're putting money in CCIV, you need to be prepared. You could possibly lose that money. But short term, I think there's a high possibility CCIV pushes to $45 to $50 in the coming week and a half. BFD, Pedro Coelho. BFT, full moon. BFT does look really good too. But Pedro, so one thing I really do like though, and you can consider buying right now, I know Pedro personally, MP. Because I don't think you can buy OTC stocks on whatever you're using. Maybe you can. Can you on SoFi? I don't know. MP, good play. It's a metals play. I would buy it. Looks really good. High possibility we start moving towards like $45 to $50 pretty soon on MP. Let's look at Gamestop really quick too. Let's look at Gamestop. Gamestop, dude, look at that. Oof, man, that is beat up. It looks like it's trying to bottom out though. It really does. It's holding this same little spot. It's kind of underneath it though, that 65 marker. That doesn't look great there. AMC looks a lot better than Gamestop 100% now. 100% Gamestop looks better than AMC. No, AMC looks better than I'm sorry. I'm misspeaking right now. But yeah, this looks terrible compared to that. Fubo. So like I said, I think there's going to be a lot of short interest on Fubo. I think post Super Bowl, this has a lot of room to come down. It's taking a lot of hype from Super Bowl. So this is one trade I'm looking at for puts. And I know people get mad when I talk about puts and say I'm scummy for doing puts, which I don't really get it. But if you're an options trader, which is primarily what I do, is trade options, this is a great hedge for your position. So like this week, I'm heavily looking at Disney. I'm looking at Disney calls for the week because they have earnings. I think their earnings are going to do good, and I think they're going to do well going into earnings. Second, I think CGC has earnings, and so does Is it Tilray or is it? Let's go to Earning Whispers really quick. This is pretty important. So this is a really good way too if you're into trading options as well. I'm not saying hold. I would never hold until earnings completely go through. This is also a much better way sometimes to look at the earnings. Who's that guy? Come on, dude. Gay. Oh man, I'm like burping. On Friday, I always announce this picture of all the earnings. Okay, so the earnings I'm looking at. Disney's on Thursday. That's big. That's going to be a good one. Aurora Cannabis, probably going to do bad. But CGC, I feel the worst about. Canopy Growth, terrible weed company. They're probably going to have pretty terrible numbers. Lyft, I expect them to have bad numbers as well. This is just shooting from the hip as well. So Chegg has earnings after close on Monday. That's going to be interesting because Chegg's had such a massive run up. I think they're going to have a good outlook though because colleges, but that's more of a risky play. It's sitting at such a high price. That's worth noting. Dominion Energy, that's the energy company that Warren Buffett bought during the beginning of the pandemic. He got it at a decent value. They saw a little bit of dip since then, but interesting company, could have decent upside outlook. That's worth noting. Zillow, real estate, most likely will do well as the real estate market's on fire. They probably have fabulous earnings, probably huge, probably great earnings. Bloom Energy, that's going to be really big if you follow my fuel cell plays. Huge, that's going to be a really big earnings to be looking at. iRobot, this is one of the short squeeze plays. Most likely has terrible earnings. That's probably going to do absolutely terrible. Zynga could do well. There's some good earnings this week, actually. Wow. But the two that I'm really looking at, especially to trade, the two things I'm looking at to trade is going to be CGC. I'm looking for downside pressure on CGC. So if we get any type of pump going into this, I'm opening puts there. I'm looking for calls on Disney. I'm not forcing anything, but that's really what I'm focusing on. I'll answer some questions here in a sec. So I'm looking at Disney for calls going into Thursday. I do not want to hold past earnings. Listen, I don't want to hold until earnings. I want to sell at least before Thursday. Mostly to get 2 weeks out. So not this Friday, but next Friday's would be the close. So that's what I'm looking at there. Besides that, I would say the earnings that I'm looking to see how the market's doing. I want to see Bloom. I want to see their numbers, because if Bloom comes out with strong numbers, it'll probably affect Fuel Cell, Plug, and those, because those are all kind of competitors in that little area there. So that's important. And that's pretty much it for the earnings, though. I'm not careless about AstraZeneca. These are kind of meh. I got careless about some of these companies. PepsiCo's pretty big too. But besides that, that's all I'm looking at. The two ones I'm looking at, reinstate them. It's going to be Walt Disney going in Thursday. I'm looking at calls throughout the week. And then also looking at CGC puts. Also looking at Fubo puts throughout the week. Another thing to notice as well, my friend Grayson sent me a message on the way home from the gym around 4 or 5 hours ago. Okay, when you look at the UVXY, the Vix, a lot of people have been asking about the Vix. A lot of people. I'm getting a lot of DMs saying, when should I buy Vix? When should I buy Vix? When should I buy Vix? We are lower than the levels pre-COVID. That is worth noting. Someone just messaged me on YouTube. Dude, you're leading lambs to the slaughter. Most people comment on these videos and they don't watch the whole videos. That's the frustrating part. So it's like reading the Bible and being like, Jesus, what an idiot. One sec, truth again. One sec. What? The TV stopped working? No, I'm working on the computer. I'm working right now. So looking at UVXY, this could be a great hedge for your positions as well. I don't know how much deeper we go. I don't think that there's too much more room for us to. I mean, we could. Let's look at some questions really quick. Higher highs looking good too. Seriously though, it's the cheap as fuck. Moon, BFT, jumping on it now. What do you see happening after Tuesday for AMC if short interest continues high? That's a good question. I'll answer that one, Bailey, in a sec. It all depends how much buying power we can put together for AMC. If short interest is high, then that will help with more people wanting to buy. Agree, Kevin. Thoughts on AMC? Buy the damn stock. It's cheap. So the theory. Okay, so one. I was listening to something. So maybe it was a podcast. I'm not sure what I was listening to. It was a podcast. One, a lot of these Wall Street bets, people are now bouncing around. Everyone's looking for the next 100x play. So that's the concern now. A lot of people are thinking that AMC is done. It's another really big concern. I think that you're relying on everyone to buy and hold right now. That's what you're relying on with AMC, and that's a dangerous game. Like, do you trust everyone to buy and hold and just that's the game you're playing at this level, and you're hoping everyone buys and does the same thing you do with GameStop, and we're holding. Now, I think some people took some losses on GameStop because they kept buying. I think some people are getting a little conservative and worrisome, and they're putting money in they can't afford to lose. Selena 24. I think you spelled Selena wrong, but I don't know. I think short interest on Tuesday, if it comes out higher, there's a high possibility we get a lot of Wall Street bets, comments and stuff like that regarding it. It's the same game though. When we get these legs up like here, I mean, we got a massive sell-off back down to the downside. People were just taking profits right off of it. Immediate push back underneath the VWAP, momentum completely shifted again. The high point that we're looking at here, though, is OBV does look really positive. And I think short interest is going to increase. I do think it's going to increase. However, the articles, like on everything, CNBC, Full, everything I'm reading, Nasdaq, they're all saying that short interest is decreasing. I don't really believe that, though. This is like a heavy manipulated market, so that's something to take into account. So you can't really trust any of it at this point. We're going to have to literally wait to see what happens. It's really funny because everyone's saying that short interest is decreasing, and when it comes out, they're going to be like, oh, it's manipulation or something. They're going to say something crazy. Also, too, so I uploaded, I made a new email specifically for this. I made a new email for my YouTube, and so if you want a video for me to cover, you have some. I'm basically making it a little bit different. So if you want me to cover a stock or anything on the YouTube, just go email me what stock you want me to do. So let's say CMEX. So someone posted about CX. What's a stock you're eyeing other than hype stocks? Okay, I actually just went over a lot of them, but I'll do it again. So if you're looking at, so you're saying, Tyler, I want you to cover Fubo TV next week. I would like you to give me at least a paragraph of why. Okay, so I think it'll help me pick and also make me more excited to do a video on something you want me to cover, at least so I have some logic. So just saying, like someone messaged me on Discord and just kept saying, do Alley, please do Alley, do Alley, do Alley. I was like, dude, I'm not doing it. Like, give me some logic, okay? I think it helps the channel in like a healthy way as well. And so I think that's a good way to go about that. CCIV thoughts? Okay, so CCIV. So I'm not buying CCIV whatsoever at this point. No way. This is why I tell people to turn the notifications on, because of what happened here. So when I made that last video, you can look at the date. Let's go look. When did I make the video? Because no one listens. People get mad and make the hype videos, but unfortunately, I make hype videos, but I also make good, solid videos. So like as we look at, where's that original CCIV right here? 4 days ago. What's 4 days ago from now? The first. Okay, so the first. No, it was the second. It had to be the second. So let's say the second. Yeah, it was like right here. We had that push up. This is where we were. Okay, so we're the second. I mentioned the buy zone was a $27 marker. You can go rewatch the video. We might have been pushing up still. But I said the buy zone here was a $27 range. I marked it. I went over it, whatever. People always hate to and say the charts don't work. Tyler, you rely too much on charts, yada, yada, yada. Whatever. When you're looking at CCIV, you're relying on nothing but a prayer that the merger goes through and charts ultimately. That's what you're looking at. I mean, that's all. Fundamentally, Lucid's a great company, but there's no clear-cut evidence that they're going through. At this point here, though, I'm not buying. There's no reason to buy. I think it breaks through. I think there's a chance we run to this $45, $50 range in the next 2 weeks. I know that's a huge run. That's huge. That's like another 50% run. Totally possible with CCIV. I mean, the volume we're seeing is insane. OBV is actually consolidating as well. So once this starts to pop off, high possibility we just soar. I mean, the OBV is moving pretty slow right now, and we're still getting massive legs up. And then if you watch the latest video I dropped on them, talking about what the CEO was talking about, dude, I mean, what else could you want from the company? I mean, the only thing that makes this more bullish is when they announce the actual merger. So until then, yeah, you just gotta hope and pray, I guess, if you're betting on it. That's the way it is. Also, guys, I do appreciate it if you hit the like button. It does help the channel quite a bit, especially because I'm doing the free content. I'm not requesting any money or anything like that, so that does help. It has potential to go to 300 once it opens. What are you talking about, Eddie? Eddie, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Stock I'm eyeing though. One stock I'm really eyeing. I meant to make a video on it today. I just couldn't. I didn't have enough time. Nice, Selena. Awesome. I'm loving Open Door. Open Door, if you do not know, it's had a public offering. We can go look at that. Open Door announced upside pricing. Where's it? Where's the public offering? They have a lot of good stuff. Okay. $27 per share on this public offering. How much are they looking to raise? Is it 770 million? Wow. No. The gross price from the offering after deducting underwriting discounts, commissions, and other offerings. Wow, 770 million raised from this public offering. That's a massive amount come Tuesday morning. So I do expect next week for Open Door to start running. Something to notice here is it's priced at $27 per share. Let's notice where the stock is priced right now, $26.60. If we looked at any of the other stocks that have had these public offerings, they're typically a lot lower than the actual stock valuation, and we actually had a pretty nasty dump going into that. I think it's a solid buy in this range. I got a little bit like at 26.45. I'm looking to add as we get closer to 26.25 if we drop any more. It's just adding more to the stack here, and this is an option play for me personally. So this is a great play over the next week. I'm loving it. Got me some AMC. What's going to happen Monday morning? Oh, what's going to happen Monday morning, Daddy Tyler? So Monday morning, what I'm looking for, I'll keep coming back as people come in. I understand. People have questions. So Monday morning, so this is the VWAP. The blue line represents the active VWAP. This is my Tyler's healthy assumption of what happens with the VWAP come Monday morning. We trend downwards to sideways going, right? I assume and I want to see the volume start to kick in on AMC. I think we're going to have some flat or bullish price action come Monday morning just with the hype of the short interest release date. Now, if the short interest comes back, any drop from previous month, in my opinion, AMC drops. This is you asked the question. This is what I think. Can I talk about naked? Yeah, I'll talk about naked here in a sec. If the short interest, it needs to come back strong. If the short interest needs to come back high, it has to. For this stock to go up, there needs to be some really deciding news for people to be getting into the stock. There needs to be a lot of hype because we need a lot of volumes are kicking in. What's a good long-term hold? BFT is my favorite long-term hold. Just my personal favorite long-term play. So AMC going into Monday, you want to see some sideways to bullish action, which I think we're going to get going into Monday morning. One, I think the market is due for a retracement, and when the market has been retracing, these short squeeze stocks have been performing well. Retail investors tend to start putting their money there when the stocks start to come back. It's funny. I don't know if retail investors know how to put to work, but I don't know. So that's what I'm looking at on Monday morning. Tuesday's going to be big. I think the results that we get from that are going to have to be massive. 3, there is no short sell rule established yet for AMC. That is worth noting. People keep saying that it is. It is not established yet. AMCX is, that's AMC Networks. That is not AMC, this company. Just so you guys know, it is not. Can I talk about, what's a good, let me try, I just told you. Jeremy Sutton. What's that? Can we talk about naked really quick? I need to make another video on naked. Yeah, once I take him home on Monday, I'll probably pop out a lot of videos. I have a lot of schoolwork to be doing too. Getting a lot of sideways action. It looks like it's going to get some downside. Man. I didn't know. I don't know what it closed down. The after hours Monday morning. I mean Friday night. What's up going on from work? Look at you hustling. Congratulations. Looking at Naked brand, it doesn't look bad. I see some downside for one reason, just looking at the chart. I'll explain both of what I'm looking at here. It's not tradable right now. So let's say we're in a parallel channel to the downside, right? Typically this looks bullish because we're getting a flag. However, it's extending. It's dragging on. You don't want to see these downward flags extend. So for instance, right here, we had a downward flag extend, and then we broke down. Typically, that's what happens when you get these downward flags that extend too long. Look, and then also similar movement with the OBV as well. So let's highlight that. So as you see from this flag started about here. So we trended sideways, and then at that level we dropped. So let's say at that flag right here, trended sideways, and it's looking like it's going to be make or break. But like I said, if the market starts to dump come Monday morning, indexes specifically, which are highly possible come into this week, I think UVXY has a lot of open interest starting to kick in as well. A lot of open interest was already kicking in on Thursday, so that's worth noting. These short squeeze stocks could do very well. Fisker. Fisker. I mean, just sitting in this. I mean, I had this marked off from a long time ago. I'm pretty sure. I mean, look at that. Just it's a consolidation range. If anything, this is a buy zone. And the sign to get out would be if we break below. So let's say we get rejected here at this VWAP and start coming down. You'd want to sell on any type of retest of this zone because we probably get pushed down. That's just what I'm looking at there. It's looking like a decent play at this range. If you want to buy on a safe buy, the safe buy is buying when it gets above these monthly levels. So about above the 1530 range is a good confirmation time to be buying the stock if it can hold above it. Isn't the CCI merging still just hearsay? Yes, 100%. It's hearsay still. Yes, it is not confirmed yet. Nikito Sun God. I can't give you a shout out, bro. You need more. You need a cooler name. Sorry. APXT and Plug. Let's look at Plug really quick and then I'll go to APXT. So Plug and Fuel Cell could get some really good movement come into Monday morning, and not into Monday, end of the week. Let's say end of the week, because if we look at the earnings that were going on, we have Bloom earnings coming out. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Dang it. Gosh, dang it. Okay, whatever. Okay. I kind of saw Clean Energy getting a little bit of a dump. I didn't get entries. That's frustrating. What do I think about guilt? Sorry, Jeremy. I didn't mean it. I wasn't ignoring you. Sorry, my bad, man. It does help, though, when you do that. So I have to see it. Okay, so I'll come back to Plug. Guilt. Ah, man. I hate trading stuff that's so round up. I'm assuming this is all-time high. Satellite networks. Do they do 5G? I'm assuming they do 5G satellites. Jeremy? Lakita Sun God, that is the stupidest quote I've ever heard in my life. But I'm always nice to the janitors. They're cool dudes usually. Just don't get too close to them. But yeah, so Jeremy, is this a 5G satellite company? I can Google them in a sec if I have to, but I'd rather not. They're obviously at all-time highs. You want to be careful. Yeah. So yeah, I would wait. Personally, like I would wait. I mean, I wouldn't buy into this range. No way in the world. I would wait a little bit. Maybe at the 12.6 to like 12.20 range. I mean, that's a nice little, like a 20% retracement. These 5G plays are nice. The satellite plays. There's a few plays that like me and my friend have been looking at, but we haven't like kind of got in yet. Nokia is like one of the only plays I have, and that's a little bit riskier. But I think worst case scenario, it flat lines and move sideways. I'm in with 3,000 shares already, down $1,000. What are you looking at? Sibember, whatever the heck your name is. You're in at 11. Oh, that's a good range. That's so if you're long term in the stock, this is my viewpoint of long term trading. Okay, so if you're long term, you believe in the company. So anything I put into my long term portfolio, I typically believe in, or I have an overall exit plan. Like the only one that like I'm semi like worried about, and I had to like skim a little bit off, was UWMC. I'm just using this as an example. So I bought, so first buy-in was about 1150, and then we took the plummet right after it got the merger. We took the absolute plummet, Then I started really stacking. Once we got below $10, this was the easiest play ever. I just loaded up because I knew their earnings were going to destroy. Look at their earnings; they killed their earnings. Right? They did amazing. That was kind of their selling point of the SPAC, is that they're going to beat earnings on like repetition over and over and over, which they did. They did very, very well. So looking at the company of guilt, if you believe in them long term, I haven't done enough research on them. Your question shouldn't be, should you sell for a drop down? You know what I mean? It should be, when should you be buying more? If you really believe in them for a long term pick. Now, if you don't have that much confidence and you're good with the profits, that's your next question of, is 40, you're probably like close to 40% profits. So that's the question you have to ask yourself. Good questions. Let's go to AMC really quick. I know we have people coming in. We'll come back. I have to do like 30 AMC reviews when I do these, though. It's the only frustrating part. AMC, man, the OBV is what has me like somewhat excited here. Yeah, that's the only thing I can really tell you about yield. Like, it's how confident do you feel in them. You know what I mean? And it's like a BFT, for instance. I'm buying every dip. Love it. I'm buying it every single dip. I'm stacking up on there. Is it possible to reach $50 in AMC? That's you do, if those short interests are above 100%, I think we could see a nice run. Those short interests do not start moving. The short interests coming out on Tuesday are going to be massive. That's going to be a big day and tell us a lot about what's going to happen in the coming weeks. We want to see the short interest on those on AMC to really perk up. If those aren't perking up, it's not good. I don't know if you guys saw, but Overeem lost to Volkov. That was a depressing loss for the boys tonight. That dude gets knocked out, though, I'm not gonna lie. Overeem, he's taking some big ol' L's sometimes. Dude. So I'm looking at some... I thought I had a list on my phone of some stuff I wanted to look at. Dang it. I guess not. That's frustrating. Okay, whatever. Thought I had a list. ASRT. Okay, I guess I can. Whatever. Cool. Another thing to look at, too, going into this week. AMD does look pretty strong for a breakout to 89 to 89.5. Worth noting. Someone wanted me to look at Naked, right? Did I already look at them? I did. They were getting extended. OBV looks worrisome, that flatlining. We're holding at a really high range, though. We do have Valentine's Day coming up in like 6 days. That's the promising part. Oh, NMGRF. I made a video on them. Look up Diz. Yes, I already made a YouTube video on them. You're welcome. I made it like a day ago. This one. Look, it's beautiful because it's one of my favorite videos I made, and it only has 500 views. And then these trash videos about AMC get like 20,000. So this is, yes, I love NMGRF. Love the company. Only bad part, Canadian companies, you're paying a little bit of a premium. Going back to Plug. Plug. I'm expecting a little bit of downside. The only thing that has possible upside for Plug is looking at Bloom's earnings, right? So Plug, I think Plug beat on revenue, which was pretty surprising. Fuel Cell beat on revenue, way more surprising. Bloom definitely going to do the best. Bloom will be a good play. What is Bloom Energy's ticker? I need to start trading them. Bloom Energy. I need to start trading these guys. They're gonna fly. I'm willing to put money on the fact that they beat earnings. Yeah, they're going to. They're going to. How did they run last time? Look at this. This is their last run when they beat. Oh my gosh. Looking at next week, Bloom probably pushes up to $46, $48. They're gonna beat earnings. So the question is, how much do we run prior to earnings? Because I think people are expecting them to beat earnings. If you look at any of my clean energy videos, I think the last one I did on Fuel Cell, I compared Fuel Cell to Bloom, and Bloom is just wild. One of the better stocks. Yeah, put that on my list. Am I missing any questions? So AMC to the moon or not possibility anymore? Jean Paul. First of all, love the name Jean Paul. Love the name. Gosh, sounds like you're just gonna kick me in the face. AMC. Short term with AMC, you want to see a push above the VWAP as soon as possible. And by push above, you want to see a push above this $7 and like 20-30 cent range. Getting above $7.20-30 has me bullish to touching this $8.96 to maybe even like $8.70 flat. That's going to be a pretty big resistance. Getting above that would be pretty strong. Might be more important than $10, but $10 is that level that I'm really watching for entries. Colton Perfecto. I'm not interested in Rolls Royce. It's just not like a company I'm interested in. Aerospace. My friend trying to get me in there. Aurora Cannabis. I'm not crazy about them. Sorry. If you look at a cannabis company, High Tide is my favorite. Walmart. Not interested in Walmart. Dow's had a really nice run up the past week. I don't want to trade Dow. That's just personal preference. I kind of have like a little bit of a system on how I do options and stuff. Okay, so AMC, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I really want to see that $10 push though, but I think realistically what we need to see sooner than later is a push to 885 to like 870. That's gonna be huge. This right here, this little push right there. I think there's a high possibility going into Monday and Tuesday we get this type of action, right? And then who knows? The question is, what do we do at this level? And that's art right there. I'm a sub because of that. Sub baby, sub baby, sub. Naked short squeeze next week. Oh, Diz. Dude, Diz is asking good questions. So whatever Diz is drinking, I'll start drinking. We're going to go over Neo here in a sec next. Naked. I thought I just covered them, but I don't mind doing it again really quick. Naked. Looking at what they're doing. There's a few positives of the chart. One, OBV is staying very high in comparison to everything that pumped up. AMC, GameStop, Nokia, it's kind of even Sundial. It's really holding up at this high level OBV. It's not high times, it's high tide. And no, they do not wholesale cannabis. That's the beautiful part of their company. They buy successful retail locations that are like lounges for cannabis and smoke shops and stuff like that. But they do not specify in the wholesale of cannabis. That's the beautiful part of their company. That's where they're profitable. That's where they're dominating. Look at their earnings reports. Look at their chart. I'll make you guys. I'm telling you, because the hype on the channel is gonna go away. I'm gonna after like a week or two, AMC's the stock talk is gonna die down. I'm gonna stop posting on. I'm only posting on AMC because, I mean, if you've watched my channel since I've been posting on AMC, I gained like 2,500 subs in like a week. So I have to, right? But before this just for instance, I was just posting some of the trades I was looking at. This is where I announced in my Discord I was buying this level right here. Literally, that's my son. 1 sec. 2 days later, we pumped up to 55. Retrace back to the zone. 1 sec, my son. All right, I'm probably about to go. I'm gonna let him lay down with me here in a sec, so I'll probably get off. But like I was saying, this is where we got in, came back down, and since then you saw it pump up to like 88 cents, and now we're just skyrocketing up. The business model of the company is beautiful with high tide. 20% of their revenue is coming from America. 20%. And they're doing phenomenal. Phenomenal. They're the most retail locations for cannabis selling in Canada, I believe. Expanding in Ontario as well. I'm telling you, the business model and the people running it they're doing it very, very well and efficiently. No, so it's not about me feeling pressured about it. That's marketing 101. And if there's anything I've learned while in college, even though I'm a finance major, is marketing works. He's 3, so he's good. I'm just letting him chill. We'll look at Neo really quick too before I hop off. So Neo, I'm in love with right now. I'm in love with Neo. In love. Okay, so I'm gonna point out what I'm looking at here. Okay, so bear with me. These aren't gonna be exact. So we're getting a trend to the downside, right? We're trending down. Okay. And just like I said, bear with me. These aren't exact lines, but this is just what I'm looking at. We're getting a downward trend, and now we're moving sideways, flatlining. This is what you want to see. This is consolidation. This is beautiful. This is setting up for another leg to the upside. I still think it is 110% possible for $100 before or during summer on Neo. I think there's massive, massive room on Neo still. This is not exactly what we saw on the last run on Neo before Neo Day. Because I loved Neo before Neo Day. We did have some downside, and then we kind of inched sideways, and then we went back up. And then, the rest was history. So that was really, really nice. But I love the sideways action we're getting. I don't think we're getting to get another touch of the 54.4 range. I might have to enter this $56 range, which I don't want to.
Daddy,
this was the buy. Oh, here.
Daddy, this mine.
Yeah, it's yours. Come here.
That mine.
Oh, the truth. What are you doing with this? Oh, why is it everywhere?
I got on my hands.
Here, one sec. Let's go get your show. Come on. You want me to come lay down?
I want to play.
You want to play?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You turn the light on?
Of course.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did you hit that?
Yeah. Oh, my motorcycle.
Okay.
Daddy,
Yeah.
have a silver.
Huh?
Have silver.
You crazy. Okay, so I'm about to hop off. He's getting a little crazy right now. But I feel really good on Neo. I feel very good on Neo. Especially with that this sideways action that we're getting here has me pushing. I think we get a $59 push here. Yeah, your hands are sticky because you were playing with that stuff. Come here, let me wipe them off.
I like.
You want to wipe?
Yeah.
Go get them out of the restroom and bring them to me. So yeah, love Neo. Good pickup. That was a good pickup. Just find your chance. I'm gonna say you're amazing. Thank you. Awesome, cool. Can you look at cost? Is that Costco? I would assume it's Costco. That's not Costco. No, it's wrong. Yeah, it is Costco. I was right.
Daddy,
Here, let me see.
I got it.
You got him? Okay, just use one.
Okay.
You getting me another one?
Yeah.
Okay, get one. One more. That's it. All right. You good?
Yeah.
You're not sleepy?
I only watch my movie all night.
Okay. Watch your movie all night. You want
In
to?
there.
Huh?
In there.
Okay, bring it to me. I'll turn it on. Is it on?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. He's a trip. So I'm new to the whole concert. I know this is all complex. I expect to lose money until I get a better grasp. Is there anything you recommend to minimize my initial losses? You can Stone Stainer. You can. Okay, bring it to me. So you can do paper trading, which is probably the best way to what I recommend, but it's gonna affect. Here, I got it. Just take a chill pill. You turn it off? Oh, it died. It died. Go play with the toys real quick. I gotta charge it. So, when it comes to trading, and it's hard to recommend this to anyone, you can only do so much when it comes to paper trading because of your the mental aspect behind losing. It helps to. Oh, it's for Play-Doh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it in Christmas Play-Doh, not in that.
Yeah, I haven't uploaded links to Discord. I don't know who. I think someone. I know. I thought someone was talking about AMC. Getting ready to watch it. Oh my God! What did I click? No. There's a link. I need to update the link. Someone should remind me next time. So yeah, when it comes to trading, there's a huge mental aspect that helps you when you're losing money, but it's hard. Like, just talk about that right now. Chewy did really well this week. Yeah. So the guy that trades with me, he does not use YouTube or anything like that. He just trades. That's what he does. He traded Chewy a lot. He does a lot of really quick intraday trades. I'm definitely more of the swing or day-long swing trader. Two different trading sites, but still good. Do one naked will be a pickup anytime soon. Plus $3, plus 3 naked. I've talked about this one a few times. Here's the negatives. You're getting some downside pressure, so it is it's flagging. So this is a flag when you're moving like this, but it's extending. You don't like to see extended flags. The interesting part, the OBV is staying at these local high ranges. That's really good. The fact that it's holding these ranges is good. So, which, in my opinion, with naked, here's the upside potential. One, the VIX is very, very low. So it's looking like we're going to get some type of retracement on the market this week with indexes. It's worth noting. So definitely hedge any positions that you're getting into. Two, the short squeezes have been doing very well with when the markets kind of come down. Retail definitely does flow their money into these positions. Three, we're going to get I think we get a lot of short interest updates this week as well. So we're going to see a lot of things happening there. So it's going to be worth noting. I think Sundial is going to have a lot of short interest. Sundial is going to be a pretty hot play as well. So that's worth noting. Hims is doing really good. My friend is actually, he owns quite a bit. Hims is doing very good. It only goes up, apparently. Doing phenomenal. Thanks, KV. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Check out NSYNC. Sure. It's going to be really good, though, when the summer hits. Because honestly, like... Oh, but then again, I think, like, most people despise college on YouTube. But I'm putting that college degree right there, baby. Sticking right on the wall. What's up? You want a drink?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Okay, we'll go. Come on. We'll get some food?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
All right, guys. I'm going to get off. We're going to get some food. We'll be back. Probably tomorrow night. His name's Truth. Is your name Truth? No comment? Okay. And he loves playing with nipples. I don't know why. But that's going to be it for the stream. I'll be live again tomorrow. Appreciate the subs and likes, guys. Have a good one.